All right, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's live Q&A. And in today's live Q&A, I'm going to be answering a question that I get at least probably 10 times a day, 20 times a day, hundreds of times per week, and that is Shopify versus Amazon FBA in 2020. Which one is better? Which one is more profitable? Which one should you be starting? And I'm going to be diving into the pros and cons of each. I apologize for the people earlier on in the stream. My mic wasn't working, but that's because I travel a lot and I'm always changing my setup. So let's see. You guys should be able to hear me now. Let me know if you hear me. Tell me in the chat below. We'll wait until some people get in here. So when you get in here, feel free to ask me any questions that you have with online business, with Amazon FBA, Shopify, dropshipping, eCommerce, achieving financial freedom, achieving greatness, whatever it is. So we got Aravin Lewis. Lewis says he's just started hitting 1K days. That's amazing, dude. If you can hit 1K days, you can do 10K days. Okay, perfect. So it's working now. Awesome. Okay, so go ahead, ask me any questions that you have. And then I'm going to be doing like an analysis, Shopify versus Amazon. I'm also right now creating a quiz. So it's not available in the link below yet, but it will be available later on today. There's going to be a quiz below this video as well as every single other video on my channel. I'll put it up there where it's going to be a quiz. It's going to take you like 30 seconds and it will tell you exactly which one you should start, Shopify or Amazon FBA, depending on your strengths and what you're good at. So it's going to be like custom tailored to you. So yeah, right now we're in Q4. And if you're already in e-commerce, you know how powerful that is. It's huge. Every single year, e-commerce is booming. I think the year-to-year growth is like 20% each year. So right now is the best time to actually get in and start an e-commerce business. Start an online business in Ecom. So Anish asked, what type of products are trending in 2020? So that's a good question. Now I want you to understand that like you can be successful with any product. I know that sounds like a BS answer, but it's not a BS answer. It's true. You can literally take any product, maybe not on Amazon, more so with Shopify. And that's, one pro with Shopify. With Shopify, you can take any product, and as long as you brand it really well and the website is amazing, like you make the website look amazing, the offer is basically irresistible to the customer because that's what you're doing. When you're selling products online, you're creating offers. So as long as you do that, you can basically, go in there and scale a store to like 6 figures per year easily and profit 6 figures per month. There are so many products out there. If I were to actually list you which products are trending, there are millions. Like you literally just have to keep your eyes open. If you go on social media, go on Facebook, Instagram, you'll see so many products on there. And these all can be great ideas for Shopify, for Amazon. So yeah, if you're just starting out with online business, you don't know the difference between Amazon and Shopify. I'm going to get into that right now. So Amazon, we all know Amazon, right? Literally the biggest force in the 21st century. So if you live in the United States, I'm sure you have an Amazon Prime membership. You're ordering from Amazon probably every day, at least once per week, or your family orders. So how that works is Amazon, most of it, I think it's like 75%, is actually third-party sellers. So most of that website, it's not Amazon selling products. It's people like you and me. And so myself, I actually started an Amazon FBA business because I had no idea that it was third-party sellers. I started my business, I think it was 2.5 years ago now, in 2017. And so that was my first successful online business, and it really changed my life, allowed me to achieve freedom at a very young age. And then I started this YouTube channel, and the rest is history. And so, been growing everything ever since. And I literally just started selling like products that I didn't have a passion for, but that using the techniques that I found online and the product research techniques, things like that, I saw that there was a good chance of me going in there and, capturing the sales. And by sales, I mean, very quickly I was making, after a few failures, like 30K per month in sales, 32K. And that was 3 months. So that was Amazon FBA. So basically you have to order in bulk. You have to spend you can start Amazon right now for about $1,500. I started with $1,800 as my first product order. And then you can, you're going to have to order like 250 units, 500 units up front. And then after that, basically to see if it's going to sell or not. And then once it's selling, then you reorder more and more, obviously. With Shopify, totally different. You don't have to, the competition doesn't matter as much. And that's the best part of Shopify. Because it's when people go on your store, when you take them because you get them with Facebook ads, right? Or with Instagram or whatever it is. There are so many traffic sources, right? Like Google, YouTube. So with Shopify, when someone goes on your site, what a lot of people don't realize is there is no competition. They're not seeing your competition like on Amazon. On Amazon, on your listing, people are seeing your competition. So on Shopify, a great thing about that is that if you really work on your offer, which is like your sales page, and then your product looks good, the pictures look great, then there's a high chance that you can become very profitable very quickly. And so these two businesses, both you can start and you can be profitable within a few months. But it's a real business and it's going to take time and probably headache, obviously, right? A lot of people don't go into that, but it's not an easy road, let's just say, just like any business, just like anything worthwhile in life. That shouldn't even need explaining though. So let's answer some questions now that there's some background on this. What does it take to get to page 1 on Amazon on your private label products? Answer: a great friggin' product. There used to be a lot of like different methods to rank, but all these methods, they're very short term, and even then they were short term. And I used them because back then everyone was using them. But to be honest with you, the best thing that I found is to really have a great product. And then just when you start doing PPC on Amazon, which is like Amazon pay-per-click, which is the marketing portion of Amazon, you're starting to get people that view your product. You're getting eyes on your product. And so you're giving them a chance to buy. And if the product is good, the price is good, well, obviously, you're going to get sales, and each sale is going to push you to the first page. That's the best way. Giveaways, I wouldn't recommend. A lot of people do giveaways, but giveaways basically depreciate the hell out of your product. They make you lose units, and you're risking getting suspended with your Amazon account. So I'm hearing Shopify is a thing of the past, not profitable. Is that true? Great question. Not true. So basically, with Shopify, if you haven't watched my like super long 2-hour video, it's really, really valuable. It's very quickly becoming the most viewed video on my channel. I put like a lot into it. I basically made it so valuable that it beats $3,000 courses, $2,000 courses. So with Shopify, the biggest thing that I found, and I was reluctant to go into Shopify because for me, I already was successful at Amazon, and then I already had a very successful online community of Amazon sellers, people who are, learning how to start a successful Amazon business. So for me, I didn't want to even get into Shopify. But then I realized if I want to actually go and create the best online business products for people to learn how to start a successful online business and rewire their mindsets, because that's also important, I'm like, okay, well, I have to get into Shopify too and figure this thing out. So when I got into it, I noticed a few problems with Shopify. With Shopify, the problem was super long shipping. The way that YouTubers were teaching it is that you have to go and copy paste stuff off AliExpress, which is Alibaba, but like individual units. And the problem with that is that when you're shipping via e-packet, it takes like 2 to 3 weeks to get to customers. In today's world, people are so used to 2 to 3 day shipping that, they're not going to bother waiting for your product 2 to 3 weeks. They can just order the same thing on Amazon. So that's why that way, like the way that people were teaching Shopify was so bad. It was garbage. And I kind of came into it and I'm like, okay, well, let's solve these problems. And so I figured out a way to get super fast shipping. Also, I figured out a way to actually build a real brand instead of constantly having to find trending products. All of the courses, all the people from before, they were always talking about, how to find trending products. You have to test products, general stores. And this stuff, I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not giving myself a part-time job of constantly having to test products and find products and make ads and all this stuff. I was already making millions before with my education business and with my Amazon e-commerce business. So for me, I'm like, no, I have to find like the least possible amount of work for the most amount of reward. And I found the branded dropshipping strategy. And so it's kind of made waves online lately, especially since I released that video. But with Shopify, if you follow this, you'll notice every single successful e-com store follows that. If you go and you find a product that's new, it's impressive, it's easy to make ads with, and you can sell it at a good profit, healthy price, then you can really build something of value, and you can build $1 million store, multi-million-dollar brand in the future. What is best, Facebook or Google Ads? I think using a combination of both, because if you rely only on one traffic source, then you're risking getting banned. So obviously with Facebook nowadays, you never know what they're going to do. It's all run by AI, by robots. So, they might ban your account and all this stuff, which has happened to me. So, in that case, that's why you want to not only use Facebook. So Instagram is owned by Facebook. So that's not really diversifying. So that's why I recommend going with Google Ads and also YouTube Ads. YouTube Ads and Google Ads, they're a lot more chill. Like they're not going to ban you. That's just how it is. I love Google Ads way more. And if you've been seeing my face on YouTube, it's because, YouTube ads are great. They're easy to run, for anything. So that's why, I think that for somebody like for somebody, Facebook ads will work best. For someone else, YouTube ads will work best. The best approach would be using two traffic sources. Oh, my link for Shopify Freedom has one extra E. Oh, my bad. There, I fixed it. Thanks for telling me that. Make a video with specific budget on how to open a store shop. So that's in my video on the 2-hour one. I basically covered everything, like the entire budget. So you can go watch that. It's there. How many products to sell that you need on your website for someone starting a new business? One. If you find one good product, and the best way to do that is by scrolling through Facebook and Instagram, then you can find a successful product that you can actually build something of value with. Like you can build a profitable store. A lot of people think they need like 10 products, 20 products. The more products, the better. And it's not true. It's not true. I scaled the store to $1 million in sales this year. And I did that with one product and 2 complementary products. So it's basically 3. Why would Facebook ban you when you pay them to advertise? To be honest with you, it's because there's been so many dropshippers that are like very spammy and they're just like their websites suck. And what happened was that this is what happened. So Facebook, they released this like customer experience survey thing, and they started to actually send surveys, automated surveys to customers of dropshipping stores. And what they'd realized was that the customer satisfaction rates with all of these stores were abysmal. They were terrible. And so that's why, they started to we have to start doing something about this. So they programmed the AI in a way where, okay, if you start running ads and you're a new Facebook account, you just signed up, and right away the ads that you're running are malicious or they're spammy or, scammy or whatever it is, in any way, then the system is just going to ban you. And so usually when you appeal it, then they'll unban you once, or maybe they won't if you have bad luck, but that's just how it is. And so that's why the best advice for that is just to like make sure that your store is a real brand. It's not something that's spammy. It doesn't look like it's straight off of AliExpress. That's the best advice that I can give you if you're starting a Shopify store and you want to run profitable Facebook ads. I'm going to fix social security incomes. Do you offer a payment plan for your course? Yeah, actually both of them have payment plans. There's like 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Best budget to start a Shopify store. The more the better. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you can start with $100. You can't. But I think that you can start with $300 is like risky. 500 is okay. 1,000 is best. I mean, that's like 1 week's of paycheck for the average salary. So if you have a 9 to 5, then that's 1 week of paycheck. If you don't have a 9 to 5, then do what I did. Start like a service-based business. Start mowing some lawns, cleaning some windows. That's what I did. Go watch my channel from the very beginning. Literally cleaned windows all the way to here. So do you suggest using pictures similar to those on Amazon on your Shopify store? Yeah, you can use the same ones, and you can, ideally you would expand to Amazon, and you would have your product and your brand on both, on Amazon and Shopify, and then then you're capturing both sales from both. And if one store gets screwed up or one part gets screwed up, then your income stream from the other side is still going. If the store fails, is it the fault of the owner or the dropshipping model? Well, obviously not the dropshipping model. It's the fault of you. Everything that happens to you is your fault. And if you adopt this mindset, and I adopted this mindset in my life, then you'll see that success will start coming to you in waves. It'll start coming very fast. Do you have videos about eBay? No. eBay is like 20 years ago, before my time. Have you sold a product at $1,000 sales price? Yes. Is this video going to be saved? Yes, it will. You can always watch all these live replays. They're going to be on my YouTube channel under the lives. So I started Shopify 1 week ago. This is a good one. I started Shopify 1 week ago. I spent over $120 on Facebook. I have 120 sessions per day, but I did not make any sales. I tried different ads, photo, video, and optimized by store, but nothing changed. Why don't you drop a link of your store right here in the chat? Let's go over it live. I'll actually look at it right now, and I'll show the screen. Let's see. It won't be harsh, don't worry. It's going to be for the benefit of everybody here, and for you especially. When do you think you should kill a store? Good question. When you realize that you've literally tried everything, you looked at your competition, and you tried their strategies and it's not working for you, but you have to be honest with yourself. You can't just like bullshit this. You can't be like, yeah, I tried everything, but in reality, I'm just lazy. You can't be that way, right? So stop looking for that golden product and start looking at, the process, right? It's called the process principle, something that I learned in one of the books that I read called The Millionaire Fast Lane. So if you adopt a process and you kind of, rewire your mindset to believe like, okay, if I go with this process and if I stick to this process, then that is what's going to make me rich. That's what's going to, make me money. Then you'll understand very quickly it's not the product that's going to make you money, it's the process. So you have to look at, let's say if you have 2 failed stores and your third one succeeds, that's the process. Like you had two failed stores, that your third one is successful. It wasn't 3 products that get to success. That was just your journey to success. Everybody has a point in their lifeline where they're successful. All of you. But most people never get there because they give up too quickly and they don't really take anything seriously. If I have no money right now, if I have no money, I lost this. If I have no money, what is the best thing I can do right now? The best thing you can do right now is to start reading books. You can go to the library, or the best thing for you right now is to literally get a job. Just get a job, man. Or if you don't want to work a job and you're super entrepreneurial like I was, then start a service business like cleaning windows, mowing lawns. There's a ton of things you can do. Snow removal if you have a truck and a thing, like a shovel on the front. Yeah, the $120 Facebook ad guy needs to drop a link. He's not here. How can we make branded dropshipping at the start if we only have 1K? What do you mean? It's pretty easy. Like, no one's asking you to make any bulk orders, right? With dropshipping, when you're starting out with branded dropshipping, you want to try to get your logo on the product and dropship it that way. But if the supplier doesn't want to do that and they're saying, yeah, there's like an MOQ of 500 or 250 or 100, sometimes it's like 50, then you can order that. It's not that much money. I would not recommend spending more than $500 on units at the beginning. And in reality, I wouldn't even recommend spending anything on units at the beginning. I'd recommend just dropshipping and sending your order CSV sheets to your suppliers every single day, depending on how many orders you get. If you get over 10, then once per day. And then once you've made some profit that way and you've proven concept, then you can move over to making bulk orders. So you don't have to go and order in bulk to get your logo at the very beginning. You can just drop ship without a logo, or you can get a product insert. You can ask them, hey, can you guys like this? Make me a product insert, 500 of them, or 250 or 750 or whatever. It's going to be super cheap, like 10 cents a piece or 5 cents a piece. And then that way, when your customers get the product, they'll be able to actually get something that shows that like your product is branded, even if the product doesn't have a logo by itself. Oh, you can't put links in the live chat. Oh, okay. Well, just type in whatever like the website is. So if you're wondering, Amazon or Shopify, by the end of this live, by the end of today, there's going to be a link below this video. By the time you're probably watching this, there's going to be a quiz called the Online Business Quiz. You can go check it out. And in that quiz, it's personally tailored to you. It's going to take you 30 seconds. It's not like these generic, random bullshit questions like, what do you love and what are you passionate about? None of that. So it's going to tell you straight up which one you should do and which one you should stick with. And I highly recommend sticking with one, at least until you hit some profit, until you like hit a profitable business. That's my best advice. I can be like every other YouTuber or guru, as people call them out there. I'm not a guru. People, say that guru. People are going to stop calling people gurus soon. It's hilarious. But yeah, so, I can be like every single other YouTubers out there and say, hey, like, start everything, start both, 7 income streams, woo. But that's not going to make you successful. You got to stick with one thing until you get there. And then once you have one win, then you can outsource. Then you can actually diversify. Our Amazon brand is doing very well. We've expanded to other marketplaces like Etsy. Any advice on how to break into brick and mortar stores as well? We will be attending trade shows to start. In my opinion, don't touch brick and mortars with a 10-foot pole. E-commerce is going to destroy every single brick and mortar store except, the things that really e-commerce can't touch. Like, for example, I don't know, like services, right? Like salons and stuff like that. But don't do brick and mortar. Like it's a huge pain in the ass. And trust me, I've tried doing it and just don't. Stick to e-commerce only because, you can easily sell an e-commerce brand that's doing, so let's say it's doing like in sales, like, I don't know how much, but like, I don't know the multipliers, they depend on the industry. But you can, for example, the Movement Watches guy, he sold his brand for $200 million or was $100 million. And he only sold, like his store only sells watches online, no in-person, nothing. No in-store, no brick and mortar. So in my opinion, just stick to e-commerce and try to, squeeze out the most out of what you have. Oh, this is fun. You are a guru. No, you at a guru. Many red flags like free quiz to generate leads to sell your courses. Oh, shit, bro. I'm sorry for trying to help people start a successful online business while you sitting in your mom's basement are fucking broke, like not doing anything and sitting on my live, wasting your time and other people's time commenting. This is like the state of the internet. It's funny? What I've learned, the internet attracts the most amount of like, for some reason it attracts good people, but it attracts so many people with problems, like mental problems, and they just go online and because they're behind this like wall, no one knows who they are. They just go and they just like spew shit. They just like, if you ever ran a Facebook ad, and a lot of you have, for dropshipping or for anything, if you're running Facebook ads, you will get hate on every single ad that you run, no matter what it is that you're selling, no matter if it's the best product in the world. It's just the nature of things, right? When people see that you're successful and you're trying to, become successful, they will try to shit on you. And they're the ones that are fucking miserable. They're the ones that are just sitting in their mom's basements, broke, in debt, probably overweight and obese. Like, it's so funny. It's so funny, man. Dan, what's the best way to scale Facebook ads for different markets, selling now in Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, growing new pixel or share pixel? So you're right now selling in Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. By the way, amazing choices for countries. Those countries have really low CPMs or pretty low CPMs. So that's basically cost per mil, how much it costs to reach 1,000 people. So what I recommend you do is, and I wonder, you're probably selling in English or are you selling in like Finnish, Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish? Probably English, but the best way I would recommend is to look at your impressions that your ads are getting. So first of all, make sure your website is absolutely amazing. Make sure that you've optimized the hell out of your funnel and out of your product and your offer and things like that. So the pictures are amazing. The title, the sales page, everything's good. Wait. And then basically look at the impressions. So think about the population of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. So the population of all four of those, from the top of my head, I don't know, maybe like 20 million or 10 million or something like that. So 10 million, let's say it's 10 million. So now let's say that, the amount of people that are interested in your product are, let's say 10% of those people. So, maybe 20%. So that's 10 million. So that's basically 1 to 2 million. So look at your daily impressions. When you're reaching that like 6 figures per day in impressions, so 100K people are seeing your ads every day, then it's time to, go to new markets because very quickly you're going to exhaust your audiences. You're going to basically hit every single person in those countries and you're going to have to expand to something else. But once you've hit every single person in those countries, that's when you expand. You don't want to expand before you basically, cashed out with every single one of those countries. That's my recommendation. But the best way to scale is to use the same pixel. People don't change that much differently over countries. Like the interests of Americans versus the interests of Norwegians, like there might be some cultural differences and language barriers, but people want the same things, right? We're all humans, we all eat, we all go to the bathroom, right? Like we all do the same stuff. We all drive cars. So I don't know the difference between ClickFunnels and ClickBank. Totally different, dude. ClickFunnels is for making landing pages. ClickBank is an affiliate marketplace where basically there's a bunch of products that people can that you can promote. For FBA sellers, any advice to compete with Chinese competitors who have higher marketing budgets and more employees? Well, first of all, you don't know if they have higher marketing budgets or more employees, so that's just something that you're assuming in your mind because you think that it's difficult to compete with them. So just look at their listing and look at their numbers. Pull up the Jungle Scout on them. Pull up the whatever tool that you're using, Helium 10, whatever, and see how much money they're making per month. And if it's more than you, well, you're doing something wrong. And you don't want to be in second place. I don't want to be in second place. I want to be first place, right? So destroy them. Find the strategies that they're doing, copy the strategies, make yours better, make your product better. To succeed in this life, you can only achieve success not by pulling success towards you, but by becoming the person who is successful. You understand? So if you want a successful product, your product has to be the kind of product that becomes successful, if you think about it. So look at your listing, look at your product, and ask yourself like, hey, is this really the number one product in this niche on Amazon? And if it's not, then, you got some work to do. Where did you find your photographer? Pickbooster.com. That's the one that I use, the best one. Do you think one product store is the future? Well, if you want to know what the future is, just look at Walmart and look at the brands that are sold in Walmart. That's the future. So, if you want a glimpse of the future, you look at the past first, and then you can make assumptions about the future based on trends of today. So, in Walmart, if you walk in, you go to the sports section and you see Coleman, right? Coleman stoves. You see Coleman, barbecues, whatever, like camping stuff. They only sell camping stuff though and outdoor stuff. You don't see Coleman selling baby stuff, right? And so why would you go and do that on dropshipping or on Shopify, right? Or on your Amazon store? That's just an attempt at extracting cash, and it's really, really bad. So that is the truth. That's the future. If you just make a brand that is valuable and that you can actually build some brand equity around, and like people, will actually start knowing your brand, and you grow social media around it, that's the future. What are the hottest niches right in 2020? Okay, I already explained that a lot of niches are hot, but hey, just to answer this question, I'm going to throw 3 at you, okay? Luxury phone accessories. What else do we have? Luxury accessories is a really good one in general, because you can really dictate the price that you're selling things at. So you can sell something, it's not a commodity anymore, right? You want to go away from commodities. So like selling paper towel, right? People aren't going to pay $100 for a roll of paper towel, but people might pay $100 for a watch, even though the watch costs $5 to make. But if it's a really good design, people will pay for it. Third hottest niche, right now it's winter. So probably right now is a good time to start making something for the spring. Actually, it's a little bit early, so I wouldn't do that. Seasonal, I'd stay away from anyway, because you want to get sales all the time. So just go on Facebook, go on social media, scroll through, see what kind of products you find on there. And then, that'll tell you what's good, what's not good. So, all right. So by the time that you're watching this, there's going to be a quiz below. Maybe if it's not there yet, just refresh. Like in a few hours, it's going to be there. But there's going to be a quiz below, the online business quiz. I just created it. And it's going to tell you which business you should start, Shopify or Amazon. You might be confused, but seriously, you'll become successful when you commit to one thing, when you stick with that thing until you actually succeed. And as long as you don't tell yourself that, hey, I can't succeed with this. I can't, I'm not the kind of person who is good at online business. I have no experience. If you can throw all that crap out the window, like I did when I started, trust me, I had no idea how to do any of this. And 3 years later, I've gone pretty far. Let's just say that. So the quiz is down below. Also, there's links to 2 of the online courses, or my online courses, and the best online business courses in the world. They're updated for 2019, 2020. There's a massive update coming out very soon. I'm working on that. So, of course, you get lifetime access to that and all the updates in the future. So the Ecom Freedom course is down below. You can click on that, get unlimited one-on-one mentorship. And then the Shopify course is down below as well. If you want to learn how to start a successful 6 to 7-figure branded dropshipping store, it's all down below. And then you can go and message me there for mentorship or access the mentorship. The link is down below. So hope you enjoyed. Please don't be those people that just hang out on YouTube. They waste time. Start actually making